Hey guys, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is the weekly intuitive astrology reading for September 11th to September 17th. Welcome. If you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. It really, all of those really does do help the videos to circulate. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do that if you feel called to do that. And for those who are new, just to let you know how this works. I go over the astrology of the week. I give you my 2 cents on it. I also tune into the celestial bodies as well. So I get information that way. They talk to me. I'm in little relationships with them. And then I go ahead and I do some messages for the collective and for elements as well. Keep in mind that some of that is astrology based. A lot of it is just intuitive channeling. And when it gets to the reading portion, I tend to work on a very macro level and bring it down to the micro, meaning that a lot of the way I get information is very multidimensional and big picture, so to speak. And then I try to bring it down into the physical realities so that you guys can have a better understanding of how all this stuff is manifesting in your life as far as your everyday life stuff is concerned. Okay. I also have a Patreon and Vimeo and website and all that stuff, so go ahead and check that out. For anybody who's curious as to what I do on Patreon, we do new moon and full moon live hangouts. They're starting to turn into much more ceremonial, which has been kind of nice actually. I just did the new moon Virgo yesterday. I'm recording this on Friday before the 11th, not to confuse you with time stuff. And yeah, I pulled up my drum and we did a whole drumming sort of sound bath journey, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. So I've been enjoying bringing more of my magic into my videos, but that's just to let you guys know what's going on Patreon. I also offer early access to the weeklies, early access to the sign readings, and then also all of the part 2s for all the sign readings as well. And things are always subject to change. I am going to be doing personals or personal sessions sometime soon. So if you want to know about that, I'm going to announce it on the website first, Island Turtle Magic. There's 2 websites. I know. There's all kinds of interesting, crazy stuff going on over here. I'm going to announce on the website first, and then Patreon, and then YouTube, and then the socials. Okay? All right. So that being said, let's get started on talking about this week. I'm just going to do the timestamp. I just got nasally. Ooh, we're going in. Those of you who know me for a while, you know what that means. So first of all, let's talk about some of the big things that are happening this week. So we have the new moon in Virgo happening on the 14th at 21 degrees. Like I said, I already did a live for that on Patreon, and you can find it on Vimeo. Again, links are below for your convenience. We also have Pal's Athena moving into Libra, Vesta moving into Cancer, Ceres moving into Scorpio, and Mercury finally going stationary direct on the 15th, the day after the new moon Virgo. And then we're going to be in the post shadow for a couple of weeks to follow that. And we're still in the post shadow for Venus retrograde as well. So keep that in mind. This is going to be a really elevating week is a good word for it. It's going to be a very elevating week. So because the new moon in Virgo is smack dab in the middle of the week, the energy around that is really dominating the week. So everything I'm telling you today, you can expect for the new moon Virgo as well. Okay, basically is what I'm getting at. So I don't want to overwhelm you with all the aspects. So for those who care about the aspects, I will say them, but I'm going to focus more on just overall what I am seeing and picking up on for what we're going to be experiencing. Okay. So we have this first cluster of energy. Oh, excuse me. Venus sextile Mars. Oh, Venus square Jupiter. Venus also conjunct Juno, and Juno is also square Jupiter. Mars is trine Chariklo, and Orcus is trine Jupiter. All of those are in the same cluster together because they're all aspecting with each other in some way, shape, or form. That's how I look at the astrology. Now, later in the week, Chiron is going to start to aspect Juno and Venus in a trine, and that energy you can also expect under the new moon Virgo as well. But that doesn't kick in until literally the 14th, the new moon Virgo, and that's going to continue on into the following week as well. Okay, it's going to continue to get stronger into the following week. I just want to make that clear. I really like this cluster because it's a lot about the heart space. So actually, sorry, before I dive deep into this cluster, just know that overall speaking for this week, there's a couple things going on. We're getting pushed to let go. Okay, Pluto and Saturn and Ceres are big drivers when it comes to that, as is Chiron and Aries. And again, that Chiron energy doesn't kick in until later in the week, but we have a lot of pushing and nudging to let go as far as 3 different things are concerned. To let go of whatever we need to let go of in order to achieve our personal goals. That's definitely there. To sacrifice in the name of our soul's calling. It's another aspect. And also there's this there's this theme of familial. That was like the word that kept coming up for me when I was going over the new moon Virgo stuff. And familial means a lot of different things. It means things that are literally that you're used to, like your comfort zone, anything having to do with family or household or what you're rooted into. Keyword there, rooted, root chakra, right? Lower chakras, even like the spine is really big in that too, as far as what I was picking up on. So if you've been having back stuff, you've been working on your root stuff, you've been working on ancestral shit, family stuff, all the deep, deep stuff, that's also part of this week, but it's about acknowledging what about that familial, ancestral knowledge, experiential knowledge, and whatever it is that you've allowed yourself to be rooted into. What about that can still serve you moving forward, but also being open-hearted enough and discerning enough to see what about that stuff you need to break away from and change. That's a huge thing for this week. Now, in the midst of that, we have all this Venusian energy that I was about to talk about. So I'm going to get into it right now. I like this stuff because it's so much about the heart. So this is a huge other theme going on this week about heart clearing and harmonizing. So they gave me that word yesterday to use harmonize instead of heal, which I like because something about that definitely feels elevated. Because healing, I think sometimes comes with this association or this feeling that something's broken. And it's not about it being broken, it's just harmonize, right? Harmonize, align, reverberate back into balance, right? Not necessarily broken, just adjust, right? Because is anything truly broken, or is it just way out of alignment, right? Or is it just really distorted and you need to like harmonize it? So harmonize over heal is something that's coming into at least my awareness. So I'm sharing that with you guys. But all this like Venus, Mars, Chiron, Jupiter, Juno energy, it's allowing us to harmonize ourselves in the context of relationships and to harmonize our relationships as well. But there's also a huge nudge here from Mars and Cheroklo to share your own talents, to share your gifts, to share your light, but in a way where, yes, you're being witnessed, and also in a way where it's like, how are you contributing to the collective? But collective could be your family, collective could be your group of friends, your own household, collective could be collective, right? It's like taking who you are as an individual and what you're innately good at and what your light, your soul is all about, and then giving it out, right? There's also something too in that realm of familial when it comes to bonded relationships. I want to be very clear about this because we're talking about Juno. Juno rules marriage and partnership, and protection of women is also part of that. But the longer I work with her, the more I realize she kind of has that seventh house energy. Bonded relationships where there is an actual, like a physical contract or a soul contract, or there's some sort of like very tangible or very dense tie with you and another person, like a marriage or a business relationship or family, bloodline, right? You guys understand what I'm getting with that. All this Leo energy around Juno and Chiron and Aries, but you understand what I'm saying? They're aspecting each other. And Venus, ooh. What relationships have you allowed yourself to be bonded to that maybe don't work anymore and need to harmonize? Or what do you want to be bonded to? Who do you want to be bonded to? And what do those relationships look like? And bonds don't have to be restrictive. They don't have to be restrictive. They don't have to be devilish. They can be like the lovers, right? Both of those are bonded. Just different manifestations of bonded. It's the whole spectrum of bonded relationships, the devil or the lovers, right? But it's your choosing. So if any of you are like in a very serious relationship or you're dealing with a lot of family stuff, a lot of this is going to come to the surface and it's going to really affect the heart space to clear and harmonize it. So something that I set my intentions for with the new moon Virgo yesterday for the collective, because I was doing ritual for me and for the collective, but to acknowledge and to be brave enough to see and feel what's really in your heart space, what wants to come out and what wants to come in and how it wants to harmonize. So you may have bouts of being emotional And you may about to being passionate because there's a lot of like sacral energy too with Leo. It's like, even though we talk about Leo being solar, I was feeling so much sensuality, like so much about like passion and play and what the soul just wants to indulge in, right? Venus, Jupiter also leans into that. So be mindful too that there could be some overindulgence happening this week. But with all the Virgo energy, with the new moon Virgo and Orcus being in Virgo, working with Jupiter in a trine, I expect that that's going to help to kind of mellow out the overindulgence part of Venus square Jupiter. But just keep that in mind, especially when it comes to like spending money or lustiness or what have you. But I like this. I really like this aspect for the collective right now. And then we have another massive cluster. And this is where we have Pluto and Saturn and Ceres kind of at play. Again, don't get too caught up in all the aspects. For those who care about the aspects, I'm going to reiterate them to you now. But again, just pay attention to what the message is, what the overall takeaway is. So Pluto is insanely active this week. This week, Pluto is square the North Node in Aries. That's been just a very long aspect. We peaked on that in July. It's going to be with us till November, if I'm not mistaken. And then Pluto is also sextile Neptune, also been with us for a very long time. That's a generational aspect. I forget how long that's going to really be present, but quite a long time since they both move very slow. And Pluto is also square Ceres, which is moving from Libra to Scorpio this week, as you guys already know. I already mentioned it. Pluto is also trine Pallas Athena, moving from Virgo to Libra. Also mentioned that earlier. Pluto is also trine Sedna in Gemini at 0 degrees. That shift that Sedna did from Taurus to Gemini, huge. And Sedna is playing a role here as far as a push, especially playing off of Pluto. Saturn is also playing off of Saturn. I'm going to talk about, sorry. I'm going to put a pin in that. I'll come back. Sorry. So much to talk about. Saturn in Pisces is at 2 degrees retrograding, is also trine Ceres and trine Vesta. Again, both of those are shifting. Ceres is moving into Scorpio. Sorry, I don't know if I said Virgo before, but it's moving into Scorpio. Vesta is moving into Cancer. So both of those are moving into that watery realm, but they're going to get stronger. And I think they peak out on the 20th, 21st of September, around that time. So being introduced to these energies, and it's picking up steam. Saturn is also square Sedna. So that's what I was trying to get to. And then very briefly, throughout most of the week, Eris and Aries, akin to Aries energy, Mars-like energy, is square Pluto, but it's going to pitter out like before we hit the end of the week, before we hit Sunday. And then the sun is also trine Uranus. Latter half of the week, really strong on the new moon. That's one of the strongest aspects we have on the new moon, trine Uranus. So a lot of changes going on there, right? And sun is also opposing Neptune, again, more so the end of the week. So again, don't get caught up on all this stuff, but basically the big takeaway, the push of Saturn and Pluto, they're both malefic in their own way. They work a little differently. Like Pluto likes to dig in and bring stuff out, challenge you in that way, in your own darkness, your own shadow, your own subconscious. And Saturn is much more of like a pressure cooker. Saturn is like the personal trainer, the teacher who like comes in and is like, hey, and like puts pressure on you to grow and to learn some shit, right? Both of them with all these aspects, they're both just pushing us to honor what it is we really want, honor our intentions, and stay focused and stay disciplined. But Saturn and Pisces is all learning about how to let go. And because there's all this Piscean energy, and then we have Ceres and Pallas Athena at play, there's also this, hey, can you let go for your mission? Can you let go for what your soul actually wants you to do, or what is best for you on a soul level? And then Pluto, again, is just really adding to all that, like all that pressure. And especially the squares, like the square to the North Node and the square to Eris. We've had that for a while. It's like, it brings in that fiery Aries component as a challenge, right? Can you step up? Can you step up to the plate? Can you take initiative? Can you take control over the shit that you want in your own life and actually do something about it, right? I know it sounds like kind of like serious. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Now, I want to get back to Sedna really quick, because I think this is important for the collective. I was going to do a whole other video on this. I don't know if I'll have time with all the stuff I got going on. But Sedna being square Saturn and trine Pluto, again, these are going to be present for a while. Sedna moves hella slow. Slower than Pluto, actually. Pluto moves slow, and Saturn's moving slow right now because it's in retrograde, and then it's going to go stationary direct in the fall. But when a planet's about to shift in direct or, retrograde, it really slows down. It almost feels like it comes to a standstill. But anyway, Sedna is now bringing in these lessons of duality, bringing in these lessons of can you be open to what you thought was true, or what you thought, whatever knowledge you thought you had, to being able to add to it, or being able to see how it's incomplete in some way? Basically expanding your consciousness and your awareness, but being open enough to see the full spectrum of duality, right? Masculine, feminine, love and fear, and seeing that they are just different sides of the same energy, different ways of that same energy manifesting. And it's all perspective based, but can you own all of that even within yourself? Can you own all aspects of self? Can you own the full spectrum of you and your reality? So it's interesting stuff going on there, but opening the mind to different truth is just kind of the gist of that. But so that's everything that we have going on this week. I want to reiterate, because I know I'm kind of like blah, 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 today. The biggest takeaways this week: pushes and letting go for the sake of achieving our personal goals, for following what our soul is encouraging us to do. And when it comes to those familial ties, ancestral stuff going on with our root chakra, stuff that we're tied to as far as even our own like programs and things like that, that we've allowed ourselves to be rooted into. Again, a lot of stuff with the spine going on there. Can we see what we can take with us and what still serves us, but also what needs to change, right? To break those traditions in a way and establish new ones. Very much new moon Virgo energy going on there. So that's a huge takeaway. Another is major heart clearing and harmonizing, especially in the context of relationships, bonded relationships that we also want to be devoted to. And also this aspect of sharing our gifts and sharing our talents, sharing our light in a way where we're being witnessed and we're fulfilling, again, that soul's calling. Excuse me, particularly in the context of how we contribute or show up for the collective, meaning family, friends, work, or collective. Okay, those are the big takeaways. Now, I will say the signs that'll be most impacted by this week: Virgo, Leo, Earth. Okay, first of all, Earth signs, you're going to be the most impacted. Because Virgo, we have the new moon Virgo. We also have Orcus in Virgo. Taurus has been active because of Uranus and Jupiter. And Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn. This is all tropic, by the way. Very active. So my earth signs, you're going to be the most impacted by this. As far as degree ranges go, anybody who has Virgo and Taurus between like 15-20 degrees, like personal planets, you'll really feel this. Or late degree Capricorn, particularly 28 degrees, but I would say 25 to 29. Again, personal planets, you'll be very much impacted by this. Now, fire signs, Leo, first and foremost. Leo and then Aries. I would say Sag very minimally, but Leo. If you have any personal planets, 10 to 15 degrees in Leo, or if you have, like with Aries, it's interesting because you have that 25 degree point and that 18 degree point. So you could even say like 20 to 25 degrees Aries with that. But I just want to give you guys all the information to use at your own discretion. Air signs. I feel like all the air signs are going to be impacted. I only say that because we have a lot of Libra energy because of all the Mars activity, but also Ceres is in late degrees Libra and is moving into Scorpio, and Pallas Athena is shifting into Libra. That's a lot of Libra-ness going on, right? And then with Aquarius, Chariklo's in Aquarius and is aspecting Mars, which is really important at this time, right? So I feel like all of the air signs will feel this, but as far as like giving you like degree range, it's like the very earliest degrees and the very latest degrees of air signs, personal planets. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. The very earliest of degrees, like 0 to 5, and the very latest, like 25 to 29 air sign placements. You'll really feel this week. It's really hard to pick an order. I'd say probably Libra, and then Aquarius, and then Gemini. I don't know. Aquarius and Gemini are a coin toss, but definitely Libra first and foremost. Okay. Now, as far as where I would look in your personal houses for where some of this stuff is going down, excuse me, I would say Leo and Virgo I would look at first. Leo and Virgo for sure. I would say 10 to 15 degrees. This is personal houses. This is based off your rising sign, right? So you got to look at your chart to understand where that is for you. And if you don't know how, I talk about it a lot on Patreon. I was working on a course for a while. Life got crazy. I'll probably revisit that at some point. Anyway, Leo, Virgo, 10 to 15 degrees. Yeah. Where a lot of this like harmonizing, heart clearing is happening. The sharing of talents, that sort of deal, but also staying focused on things that are important to you. Leo and Virgo, 10 to 15 degrees. And I would say Libra and Aquarius are good supplemental houses, supportive houses for that. Taurus, in and of itself, has been active for a long time. It's a big support system. Will you have changes in the house of Taurus? Yes. Yes, you will. But it's more as like long-term support for all the stuff we're experiencing on a day-to-day versus long-term. Okay. And then also know that whatever's going on in the house of Capricorn, late degrees, 25 to 29, because that's where Pluto is, it's a push. It's a big push. It might feel like you're doing shadow work in that aspect of your life, or something about it feels like again, pressure cooker, but it's just the push. I would actually look to see where what's going on with Aries for you for this week, because that's where Chiron is, and Chiron's also about the clearing and harmonizing and all of that this week. I didn't write down degree ranges. That's strange. I would say 15 to 20 degrees for Aries, and then 25 to 29 for Capricorn. Again, everything else is just support that I've mentioned. So just to repeat, Leo and Virgo, 10 to 15 degrees. Libra and Aquarius are support systems for that. Taurus is overall big long-term support for us. And yes, there'll be changes in the house of Taurus. Capricorn, 25 to 29 degrees, also big push, pressure cooker sort of energy, deep dive into the subconscious and deep down into your own inner void there. And then Aries, 15 to 20 degrees, you can expect to see some big changes as far as like personal development is concerned there. Okay, and potentially some triggers. Oh, sorry. What I was getting last night, the whole duality thing, because this week is about harmonizing. What's the duality of harmonize? Disrupt. Sometimes we can't harmonize until we disrupt first. Sometimes it's the opposite, right? It's like something that's been too like this needs a little disruption sometimes to grow. So just know wherever you're harmonizing in your life, whether it's your own heart space, or it's relationships, or it's work, just know that for some you may experience disruption in order to actually complete that harmonization. Okay. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna do the collective messages, but I need to deal with this. Hold on. Hold on a second. Ooh. Well, I felt that in my left ear. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Ooh. It's been a lot of stuff going on in my ears. Wow. Sorry, I'm like, energetically, I just opened up a lot on this side. I was like, oh boy. So don't mind me. Yeah, now I just need to open up on this side more. Yeah, it's like there was a physical opening, but there's a serious energetic opening that just happened there. Crazy. All right, we ready to get into the collective read? I'm ready to get in the collective read. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, hi collective. Hello. Where are we? Ooh, Big Bertha? Are we doing Big Bertha? Really? I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I've been keeping it out just in case, but I haven't used it in a very long time. Big Bertha wants to come out for the collective. All right, we're doing it. She takes a little while to shuffle. She's a big girl. Hold on a second. I'm gonna drop the one. We'll see if this comes out. Again, all paths lead home. Definitely feel like a big harmonization happening there too. So Big Bertha is a combo deck for anybody who's new. All the decks that I use are linked below. These are two decks, the Starseed Oracle and Angels and Ancestors deck. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Rebecca Campbell fan. I have her latest decks, the Rose Oracle and the Healing Waters Oracle. I love them. Anyway, just sharing. Let's get you shuffled. Animals are coming in really big. I'd really pay attention to the animals that are showing up. I'm getting like trickster energy. I just got like, cats aren't trickster, but I did just get cats. But I just got fox and coyote. Remember what I said? To harmonize, sometimes we need to experience disruption in order to harmonize. I think the example I gave of the new moon Virgo was like, sometimes you can't see where things need balancing until it gets really thrown out of whack. Like you don't know there's a problem with the plumbing until something just bursts and then you can deal with it, right? There's something, I just saw a cat. And it wasn't Clyde because Clyde's sitting over there. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, yeah, I just saw one of my astral cats. I have cat guardians, and they come out when big shit's going down. And I just saw the fox. There's trickster energy at play this week. There just is. I just gotta call a spade a spade. Some of you may feel like you need to protect yourself. That's also something collective that's been going on too. Understanding different ways of protecting yourself. Like not doing it by force or resistance, but doing it by how you set your own focus. Like just not feeding it. Just not feeding it, essentially. Interesting stuff coming in here. I just realized I gotta tell somebody something. Anyway, sorry guys, there's a lot of messages and stuff coming through me right now. Trying to focus. Any messages or insights for the collective? Okay. September 11th to the 17th. Oh, so weird, the difference. Some of you sound may be very important. Music may be very important. This has been coming up a lot ever since Cheroklo started getting active with some aspects. I want to say when it was the full moon Aquarius, I think when Cheroklo really started to kick up. Interesting. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Very much the energy right now. Like I said, remember sharing your talents, sharing your gifts, following what your soul is encouraging you to do, even if that requires letting go or sacrifice. Again, sacrifice is not loss. Sacrifice is trust and faith that you can let something go and detach from it so that it can become more sacred, essentially. Offering gratitude, think of it like that. And then we have Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. I feel like this is all happening in the heart space. Strong heart energy here. It's like meeting yourself in the heart. Yeah, it's meeting yourself in the heart, like, and different dimensional versions of you. You can see it that way. Some of you might see it as like your higher self, however it's coming up in your reality, but it's about meeting yourself in the heart, coming home in the heart, and having a very honest homecoming is also what I'm getting. Yeah, having a very honest homecoming, dropping the ego, dropping the walls, and just sitting in that honesty with yourself. That's what I'm getting. And it's allowing you to see yourself, right? In ways that maybe you haven't been ready to see yourself. In ways you haven't been ready to honor yourself. This is harmonizing you with you. Harmonizing the duality of you is what I'm getting. Excuse me. Some of you have really struggled with the soul versus the avatar. It's like how I want to say that. And how that could be coming up in your daily life as far as like people who are not spiritually inclined. And you're like, I'm just here to find out about the man I'm interested in. Like, totally get it. Totally get it. This is about you being honest about how you are not being your authentic self, essentially. It's like what you project out into the world as far as your ancestral story, the story of the avatar, is different than your soul. They're two different things. And I feel like for the collective, this is a time to harmonize both. Because you are both. You are both. But you don't have to feed one more than the other. It's claiming all of you, multidimensionally speaking. And again, as far as like daily life, who you project out in the world, who you try to be out in the world, and what you're attached to as far as like your ancestral family story, harmonizing that with who you really are, bringing that into balance with who you really are, right? You could come from a family where you got a long victim story. Are you really a victim? Are you really? Is your soul a victim? Probably not. Probably not. You understand what I'm saying? So let's continue. This is also where Sadhana comes into play, right? Detaching from the narratives and just seeing everything as you just are who you are in all facets of who you are. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, historically, right? But you don't have to be one or the other. And moving forward, you can find a way to be all of that, right? But not attached to any parts of that have kept you closed off or restricted. I keep getting sound. Keep getting sound, the power of sound. Anything else for the collective at this time? Oh, ho, ho. Wow. This card that came out just gave me chills. Key words on this card: let go. I know it's kind of, there's a lot going on in this card. She almost never comes out. She rarely comes out. She only comes out if there's like really big serious stuff going on. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. That's the let go of attachment is really what that is. The need to be right is ego. The need to be right is attaching to a need. That's what needs are. They're attachments. I mean, yes, and we have bodily needs. We got emotional needs. And there is a time and place for those needs, right? But a needing to be right, that doesn't ever actually have to be a thing, right? That's not a need for survival. That's not like I need water. That's not like I need sleep, right? Like that's no. No. That's an attachment on a soul level, emotional level, in the heart that just causes restriction, prevents harmonization. That's resistance. That's literally resistance. Let go of resistance. Let go of attachment. Allow yourself to harmonize. Overall, we have weight of the world, boundaries. I thought that was a coyote for a second. It's a wolf. Sorry. Weight of the world, boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Especially for my empaths here. Getting so much of that root energy. Like what you're rooted into, ancestral stuff, familial stuff. And when I say familial too, that also speaks to your own experience. Doesn't have to be tied to family. Familial is not just about family. It also actually translates to household. And you can think of that in terms of your physical household, your body household, or the household which is the reality you create for yourself, right? Let it go. Let go. Are you brave enough to let go? That's also a theme with this week too. Are you brave enough to do it? Are you brave enough to step into harmonization and let go of these needs? The need for false security, the need for control, the need to be right, for example, right? Can you actually let go of those things? And trust that it's okay too. What's interesting too is underneath that we do have winter, take care of your needs. Again, this whole difference of need versus a want and like true needs, like bodily needs, right? Versus wanting to be right, versus wanting to be in the driver's seat in certain situations. There's some control stuff coming up there too, but Pluto, Saturn will also bring that out. Winter comes out when it's just indicating that we're in a time of rest, recovery, reflection. When we're in night energy, when we're in winter energy, when we're in the void, when we're in our subconscious, when we're within ourselves, and that's where we recover, we rejuvenate, we also get some clarity. Full moon Pisces was huge winter energy that some of us are still coming out of. And what's beautiful is underneath that we have star family. You're part of a team of souls, call and support. Remember, there's all these things too about these bonded relationships and showing up in a way where you can show up for the collective. I feel mostly this is about, excuse me, how do I want to say? They keep saying, don't say heal, say harmonize. So again, replacing the word healing with harmonize. Harmonizing what's going on inside of yourself and taking time to do that. Taking time to really do that and taking time to see you, but in seeing you, you also are getting connected to your real family, your soul family, your ancestral bloodline stuff. I get a lot of clarity, almost like the star card. I get like a lot of clarity and healing, harmonizing, and enlightenment that's coming from spending time in the dark, spending time in night energy, spending time resting and recovering and having that honest meeting of self in your heart space, right? And seeing what you really do need to detach from and let go of once and for all. Okay, nice. I feel like that's very good for the collective. Let's just move on to elements. That's what it's called. Let's move on to the elements. Who's going first? Earth, air, fire, or water? Water, you came in strong. Okay. What's going on, water? Why are you guys so loud today? As always, we're going to start the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck because it's just my absolute favorite. I like your energy. I like your energy right now. They're showing me a card from the Big Bertha deck, the Starseed Oracle one specifically. They're showing me the Mintaka card. So because of that, I'm just going to read that one. If I can remember exactly how it's put. Is it Seiza Mintaka? Yep, Seiza Mintaka. But yeah, that's the card they're showing me, so I'm just going to read it to you. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. So clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seiza Mintaka card represents the crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. I just heard future. Some of you guys may be time traveling, time jumping. That feels like in meditative states. Some of you guys are asking, okay, sorry, hold on, let me back up. I just got this like time jumping, time tapping, like tapping into timelines energy with you. Some of you guys are doing that more than you normally do if you already do it. And if you don't do it, then it's going to be very new for you. But I'm getting strong astral energy, almost like in the astral or when you're sleeping in dream time, you're jumping into the future real quick and then coming back. You're getting glimpses of timelines. You're becoming more aware of timelines and the consequences of actions and how that changes your timelines. Okay. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. You may ever see this card as confirmation that a situation or project has... I thought I heard an animal. Has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you are unaware. Very collective right now. To look at them and see them clearly and consciously so they don't appear in your life as fate. Ooh, that feels karmic. Sorry, guys. That feels very karmic to me. Remember, Orcus is aspecting Jupiter and has been for a while because they're both moving slow right now. They're going to continue to aspect each other for a bit too. Orcus is very Plutonian. but it speaks of righting wrongs. Like where Pluto is more about like, here's the corruption and distortion of shit and bring it to light. Orcus is much more about like, well, let's do something about that. Let's right those wrongs. Let's fix that distorted shit. It has a little bit more of like a vengeance component than Pluto does, like punishing the wrongdoers. But it's also associated with wrapping up karmic cycles and hence playing a role in this energy of this week. Oh, that was the last sentence. Okay, I'll just reread that last question. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? Oh, I didn't read that last one. Well, I just did. Anyway. Interesting, water signs. Very interesting. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Any messages or insights for my water signs for this week? Ooh. Something that could be coming up to this week, and I remember I channeled this for the new moon Virgo, is that relationships will bring potentially a stinging truth, like big reality checks, and that can be in the form of like conflict or growth, right? Just depends on how resistant you are to the truth that relationships bring out. So water signs, I'm feeling that with you. Yeah, I'm just feeling that with you a little bit here. Not in a bad way though. Like it kind of feels good, to be honest. Even if it might be potentially challenging for some of you. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Sea serpent. We like this for water signs. This is the sacral card, the sacral chakra, which is associated with the element of water. Actually, it's creative expression. Oh, excuse me. It also comes out when we're dealing with energies of play and sensuality, and which we already are, right? I just keep feeling water. I just keep feeling really, really strong water with you on this card. Sometimes with the sea serpent, I can feel fire. It feels like you're really playing in your own water is what I want to say. And it feels really good. I just have a feeling it might be because like I keep getting this element of reflection. That's what water does. It reflects things back, right? So while you're playing in your own waters, you may be reflecting things back out to other people. And then in turn, it could be reflected back onto you. So just be mindful that the more you play in your own light, it could be very activating or even triggering for people around you. I feel like you have enough tools to deal with that though, if that does happen. And if anything, it's just showing them something about themselves, but it can also be vice versa, water sign. Maybe someone's playing in their water and playing in their light, and it's like making you feel some kind of way. Reflect on that, okay? Reflect on why you feel some kind of way if you're experiencing it that way, okay? But that's what I'm getting with the sea serpent. Playing in the waters, and it's causing like refraction and reflection in your reality. Be mindful too of how you're co-creating. That just came in really strong. Ooh, water signs. Be very mindful of how you're co-creating right now, your reality, like the things that you say, the things that you think, the energy you're putting out into your reality. Some of you guys are really fertile right now is what I'm getting. Like you're in fertile energy. I'll put it that way. Hold on. So it's almost like seeds that you're planting right now. It's like almost instant sort of manifestation. Oh, golden egg. I love this. Yeah, water signs, no matter what reflecting is happening in your relationships, you being in your water, it's just where you need to be right now. The golden egg coming out represents the heart. The only two cards you have right now are chakra cards, the sacral and the heart. And what I was getting with this new moon Virgo, no. What I was getting with this new moon Virgo was that there's a lot going on in our sacrals as far as sensuality and play and creative expression. And it's being brought up to the heart space to clear and harmonize and let certain things into the heart while also clearing some stuff out, and then up into the upper chakras into our awareness. And here we literally have the sacral to the heart. If we get the crown with the third eye, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So water signs, play in your water. Play in your creative energy. Be in your emotions. And if that splashes onto people or reflects something out, 444 when I looked up at the camera, it's supposed to happen. Okay? It's just supposed to happen. You can ride that wave. And if it's people in your life that you really care about are kind of getting splashed on and it's causing a little bit of a disruption to harmonize, let it happen. Learn from it. Let them learn from it. You know what I'm saying. Anything else for my water signs? Oh, Dolphin. Dolphin is the card of the mystic in this deck. It's the card of the healer. Dolphin is also very childlike, very playful, very emotional, and very much connected to ether and spirit, the sacral, the heart, and the crown. Perfect. Dolphin to me is also very Geminian. Dolphin knows how to splash in and out of realms, in and out of like the spectrum of duality, essentially. Also very much in line with what we're dealing with this week. So yeah, water signs, it looks like to me, you're in who you are, you're in your heart, you're in your sacral, you're in your waters, and you're splashing and you're having fun. Dolphin always knows how to have fun. A lot of gold energy coming off of this card too. Even like the golden egg, yeah. Some of you could just feel like you're surrounded in gold light, or you could call upon gold light at this time. Your energy just feels really good. It just feels very, yeah, very heart-centered, very sensual, very playful, very joyful, very bright. Very bright. Even like the Caesar Mintaka card, I mean, this deck is way too thick for me to like go hunting for it. And the visual, I think, is actually in black and white. Yeah, it doesn't even do it justice. I don't know why they did that. Probably cheaper printing. Anyway, even the card for the Caesar Mintaka, it's so bright. It's like the most crystal clear blue waters, and you have all this gold light refracting all throughout. That's almost representing you right now with this week. Like you're just a big watery gold light bubble, okay? And yes, you're splashing onto people and they might have something to say about it, but let that be what it needs to be, because they're gonna grow, or you're gonna grow, or if these are people that you care about or you have like close relationships with, you can harmonize and deepen them this week too. So allow that to happen and just be in your joy, water signs. Just be in your joy. I want to see if any other ones want to come out for you. Ah! The crown just came out. I love my work. I love my work. I love my vocation. That coming out just made my day. Cosmic egg. The sacral, the heart, and the crown. And here we have the dolphin harmonizing, healing, playing, loving, actually. It's pretty freaking beautiful, water signs. Some of you may feel like you are almost being an example for other people at this time. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But that's what I'm getting. It's like digging into the sacral, into your waters, into your play and your sensuality, bringing it up into the heart space and bringing out that energy of love, the energy of joy and radiating light, and then poof, like up into the upper chakras. And it's like, it's just radiating out. It's radiating out. Okay. And with that also comes this new perspective for yourself, this shift in your own consciousness as well. And it's shifting into being more elevated, more like higher vibrational, being more, again, in joy and love and play in that golden light. It's amazing. Interesting though, overall. Oh my God. Okay, because you got more chakra cards. I don't think I've ever had so many chakra cards come out of a reading with such little cards. Look at your overall energy. Octopus, buffalo, and unicorn. Unicorn is the third eye. You have the sacral, you have the heart, you have the third eye, and the crown. I called all those chakra cards, just saying. Anyway, octopus coming out is kind of like the shadow. It's kind of like, it's attachment. It's attachment, it's devilish energy, but buffalo for me is kind of like the tower. And interesting, we had the buffalo come out in the collective read too. Buffalo comes out when there's chaos, when there's disruption, that we're harmonizing, just saying. And getting through, oh, butterfly. He was big and beautiful and yellow and so huge. And he was like right up on the window. Synchronistic. Anyway, Buffalo is like my tower card. It speaks of disruption and chaos, but getting through it with grace, getting through it with flow. And then the third eye is being able to see things for what they are in this context. That's how it's coming through for you. Seeing things for what they are in this context. This is being able to see through the veil, believing that the impossible is possible. It's having that higher mind. And again, right, third eye energy. You guys know what all that's about. Psychic, intuitive, all that stuff. Again, I'm getting time stuffed here with you too. Anything that's being disrupted right now, it's stuff that really wants to be cleared out of your sacral, out of your heart, and out of your crown, so that you can harmonize. Okay? And I definitely feel there's other people in the midst of this. So be patient, be loving, be gentle, be understanding, and just try to stay in that place of seeing things for what they are. Don't get lost in the trickster energy that may be coming up as well. Okay? Very interesting. All right, let's pull some tarot, and then we're going to move on. Come here. We're going to use the Nefertari deck, which I do believe is linked below. Any messages or insights from my water signs pertaining to the spread? I mean, I don't think you need it. I think it's very clear. Ooh, hold on. Not taking it, but I'll show it to you. 8 of Swords. Wands. 8 of Wands. Communication, potential travel, potential dating. A lot of fun to be had in the 8 of Wands energy. But it's an unstoppable force. No stopping it. Okay, one more, and then we're good. Okay. Any messages or insights from my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, 5151 I looked up. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Any other messages or insights from my water signs? I feel fire all of a sudden. We'll probably do fire next. You could be dealing with a fire sign. We have a lot of fire right now. Leo and Aries, you guys already know. Some of you need to harmonize your water and your fire. I'm not going to say need. Might want to. Some of you might feel like, ooh, what's this fire? Ooh, how do I deal with this? You know what I'm saying? Some of you might feel like that needs attending to. Okay? To me, that also equates to your own inner masculine, feminine. Any other messages or insights for my water signs? Come on, you were wanting to talk earlier. Throwing the 8 of Wands at me. There we go. Knight of Swords coming out on the Sea Serpent. Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. No, I'm sorry. This is the page. Sorry. My bad. This is the page. Swords are the Knight of Swords. A lot about talking and communicating and expressing, but we already knew, right? The Sea Serpent is creative expression, and we have a lot of that energy here of like, show your light, express yourself, express yourself, express yourself, let it rise, let it rise, let it rise. The Page of Swords, I'm also getting a little bit of a learning energy. What is this? Cultivating. Some of you are going to be contemplating for a while on cultivating your skills and your talents and how to go about that. Some of you may be getting into a lot of research or scribing, like writing, in order to do this or make this happen. I feel a lot of incubating happening there. For some of you, this new moon Virgo is about planting the seed and then letting it gestate. Yeah, and letting it gestate. I'm really feeling that for my scribe people. My people who are scribes or want to be a scribe. It keeps coming out as scribe. Again, writing, researching, record keeping. Interesting, record keeping. Planting the seed now for the new moon Virgo. It might not, the gestation period might last up until the full moon Virgo, which will be next February. I want to say next February. Ooh, ow, that suddenly put a sting in my heart. Ouchie. Doesn't have to. It doesn't have to, but it would make sense. It would make sense, just astrologically speaking. But there's, for a lot of you, I can feel it. There's a gestation period of whatever it is that you are planting the seed of now. Let it gestate, let it grow, let it take its time. Some of you may need to be very patient when it comes to that. Some of you are out of patience. Okay. Getting the temperance card with that. Eee, really felt a stab in my heart. There was also something too about fire and water with this. There's a lot that wants to come up and out, but it needs time to harmonize first. It needs time to gestate first. Please, 5511, when I looked up and said that. Didn't I get 5151 earlier? Anyway, yeah, just, you see, I'm like, bleh. Let it happen naturally. Let it happen naturally. Do what you feel guided to do. Whatever wants to come out, it feels like it's in the form of communicating, talking, singing. It's very vocal or actual creative expression, like art or scribe work or making something with your hands. It's like, let the skills cultivate. Do what you need to do to, like, what you feel called to do as far as researching and working on it, etc. But just be patient. Just be patient. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride, is what they're saying. Just enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Anything else for my water signs pertaining to this spread? Eight of Pentacles on the golden egg. Eight of Pentacles is definitely a work energy. Whether you're working on yourself or you're cultivating, forging. Yeah, water signs. It seems like a lot of this playing in your water, in your joy and in your passion is about birthing something big that you want to devote yourself to. Also very much in line with the energy of this week. Having the new moon Virgo with all this Juno, Venus, Jupiter, Leo, Taurus energy. Yeah, you want to plant the seed now to birth something that you can devote, Leo, Juno, devote and bond yourself to in a way where you're sharing your talents, sharing your gifts, sharing your light. It might take some focus. It might take long-term focus and discipline. Eight of Pentacles also speaks to that, but it's clearly bringing you joy. So I don't really see you being challenged to do it. The only, oh, interesting, 5 of Cups on the bottom. I was going to say the only challenge I could see is if you have to make room for it. 5 of Cups. If you have to let go of something, sacrifice something to make room for that. I just heard bridge and traveler. Some of you guys might identify as a bridge. Some of you might identify as being like nomadic, I guess. How does that want to come through? The journeys that we walk, it's like a big trip. It is. We come here for a big long trip, a big quest, a big excursion. Sorry, trash cans. Dumpster truck just came in. I can't talk. There's different chapters on the journey, right? We can't like be born and just do the same thing until we die, right? I mean, we can. We probably won't be very fulfilled in doing that. But making room for the new chapters, the new adventure on your big trip here, right? You guys understand what I'm saying. Moving on. You want to pour your heart into something. Yeah. You want to pour your heart into the right thing. You want to devote your heart to the right people, the right projects. Oh, yeah, and there it is. Yeah, 10 of Swords in reverse. There's definitely something you got to let go of in order to do that. Your relationship with who and what, oh, sorry, I disconnected for a second. Your relationships with who and what you pour your heart into are changing. But they're changing so you can, hold on. As they're taking out the trash, letting go of things. Right? Not to say it's trash, but you understand what I'm saying. Are you done? Please tell me you're done. I know, so disruptive, right, Clyde? He was all asleep and he's like, what the hell? Alright, I think most of the noise is over. Anyway, the heart clearing. There's a big heart clearing that's happening for you too, water signs at the same time. What and who you've devoted yourself to, that is changing because it needs to change so that you can make room for whatever this like deepened sense of passion and living like more authentically and more like soul-led is trying to birth for you. It might be painful. Okay. It might be painful, but worth it. Right? To harmonize, sometimes, oh, ow, yeah, my heart. Right? To harmonize, sometimes we have to disrupt. Let's continue. You also want to devote yourself to things that'll pour back into yourself. That's also coming through. Any other messages or insights for water signs? You guys got a long reading. Jesus, I'm not taking that. That's way too many. Any other messages or insights? Thank y'all. Yeah, interesting. Cosmic egg with the 7 of Cups. I'm definitely getting that time stuff. Like being able to see more as far as when you tap into, if I make this choice, if I make that choice, if I go here, if I do this, it's almost like you can see the timeline playing out. Some of you that's happening more in dream time than actual waking time. But, you know, wherever you are on the spectrum of things, 7 of Cups isn't always about fantasy and illusion, but it's also about being up in the realms. It's Piscean energy. Well, is it Pisces or Scorpio? No, I'm not sure. I think it's Scorpio, actually. I think it's technically Scorpio energy, but I always get Pisces with this, right? It's literally being able to go up into the realms and tap into different options, different timelines. And with the crown chakra, very much indicative of that. Okay? Don't let it confuse you. That just came through really strong. Don't let the options confuse you or overwhelm you. Stay grounded. Stay really grounded while you're in your sacral, in your heart, coming into this truth with yourself, right? Anything else want to come out for my water signs? Anything else for my water signs? And then we'll move on to fire, because fire is being real loud right now. Overall, justice, harmonization. Can't even make this stuff up. Wow, look at this. Justice with the 7 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This is definitely moving into truth that, I don't want to say, has been like hidden. That's been very collective, right? And I've been talking about this in almost every video I've done the last couple of days, where it's like, what's behind the door? What's outside the cave? What's in the dark, right? 7 of Swords representing that veil, the murkiness. But Justice and Wheel of Fortune on either side of this, it's like, yes, there's change here, but it's in your favor. It is to harmonize. It is to elevate. It is to embrace the new so that you can live in a deeper, more authentic way where you're way more tied to what brings you joy and how you can also show up and contribute collectively in whatever way makes you happy. That doesn't have to be the world. It can be your family. It could be your friends. It could be your household, right? Again, there keeps wanting to be something birthed when it comes to expression, whether it's of some sort of form or work or vocation of talking, speaking, preaching, or scribing or writing. But again, it could even just be sheer art or even like building something with your hands. That's just really strong here. But you know, water signs, this is a beautiful read. Let's go ahead and move on to fire. Clearing the board. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. It was like my pen was unhappy. Wow, yeah, water signs. You got a big ass reading. Okay, fire signs. All right, let me give this a minute here. Fire, feels like you got a lot to say. You almost feel kind of explosive, potentially frustrated, or are you bursting? I'm just like, you just feel, that's how your energy feels. It could be that you're bursting with love. It could be that you're rageful, passionate, you're on fire, literally. Not literally, but you know what I mean. That's what I feel with you, that you're just like, you're like that. I know this is annoying. Believe me, it annoys me way more than it annoys some of you. Just saying, just put that out there. Fire signs, what's got you all lit up like this? It feels like there's a sense of like purpose behind it. Like whatever this is that's got you like this, I feel like it's almost giving you a focus, a target, a goal. Thank you. Yeah. It's a goal. It's like some sort of goal or target, focus, intention that's got you so revved up. But it's giving you life. It's giving you vitality. It's giving you fuel. Whatever this goal is, whatever this target is. I feel like I have to like straining my neck to like look at you guys. Oh, that's better. Okay. I feel like fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, it feels like a new sense of purpose. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, it's like you've been brought to life in some way, shape, or form. Again, I'm getting different emotions. Some of you, it's literally like bursting with love. Some of you, it's bursting with passion. Some of you, it's bursting with determination. Some of you, it's even just straight up anger. Oh, as I pull up the fire ant card. Wow, fire ant and dragon. Oh shit, hold on, sorry, just dropped a couple cards. Interesting. Mouse and earthworm, we'll see if they come out, but that's feeling a little anxious about some new territory or like some kind of new foreign experience. All right, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, that was fast. Fish. Fishy fish. Why do I feel resistance? That's weird. Fish is usually card of flow. Of flow and surrender. Fire signs. I feel a bit of a tug of war with you. It's like almost like a Two of Wands energy. I think there's a lot going on around you, fire signs, and maybe even other people wanting you to go a certain way, wanting you to do a certain thing or be a certain person. And everything in your soul is like, no. Everything in your soul is like, fuck this. I can feel it. You're like, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I'm going this way. I'm going this way. Yeah, and this way is that target, that goal, that intention, that new purpose, that new motivation where it's like my soul is going to be lit up if I do this instead or go this way instead. But everything that's like been pushing you here, it doesn't feel like it's from spirit. I'm going to put it that way. It feels like expectation, obligation, attachments. Like that's what it feels like to me. And you're just like, no, I can't anymore. You're like, that's what I feel with you. Interesting. Yeah, it's like you're in a river and you got like, and it's splitting. And it's like you can go where everyone else or everything else or what you've known is pushing you this way, but your soul's like, please don't do that. So it's like, go that way. Go, swim, do it now. Interesting. Dragon again, solar plexus energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Yep, there it is. I knew it. Tarantula. Literally, this card is defined as a crossroads. This is my Two of Wands card. And it comes out when we're a little stressed out, when we're feeling pressured, when things do not feel good. It's time, fire signs. What are you going to do? You going to go where everything else has been taking you, or are you going to go where your soul's screaming for you to go? Interesting, we have fire and water here. In the water sign reading, we had a little bit of the energy of like temper your water and fire, harmonize your fire and your water. If you have any water in your chart, I definitely recommend watching the water sign reading. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Earthworm came out again. This is where the challenge could come in, because it feels like this is probably for fire signs who are not used to following what your soul is begging you to do. This is totally breaking the rules, okay? That's what I feel with this card coming out. Like, for you to do this, fire sign, for you to like follow what your soul and like your fire's like, please just do this instead, you're breaking rules of work or family, or maybe even your own rules to an extent, or how you've just operated in your life. And it's like, it's kind of now or never is how it feels. That's how it feels. It does. It feels like now or never. It's uncomfortable. Earthworm comes out when it's very uncomfortable and it's very new and foreign. This is a different way of operating for you. Again, or you're breaking rules in a way that you have not before. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Nice. On the bottom, we have Swan. So Swan sometimes can represent partnership, but Swan more than anything is it now, like it's been coming up in the collective so much, and especially last night it came out and I was like, I feel it even deeper now. It's duality. This card comes out when we are also moving into a space where we're experiencing wholeness, but that means that you're also embracing the duality of you. All of you. You're not just an avatar. You're not just a meat suit. You're not just who your family has told you you were and who your ancestors are. You're also a soul that chose to incarnate here and do some shit, right? You're light and you're dark. You're all the things. If you fully listen to that part of you, this part of you, instead of just what's been on the surface, your avatar, what society's told you, what your family's told you, if you listen to that, you're going to break the rules. Some of you could have some rebellion in you, like Aquarius, Sag energy, a strong Uranus energy. Getting a lot of Uranus energy with you, actually. Anyway, yeah. Break the rules, break the pattern, break the familiar, and do what your soul is begging you to do. Wow. Turtle and cheetah. Whoo! An elephant. Elephant is breaking down walls and barriers. Cheetah is like that Eight of Wands energy of just like, I'm going. You can't stop me. But turtle is also going with the flow and also listening to being grounded in what it is that you're doing as far as following your own flow is how I want to say. It also comes out when we have some help going on with our ancestors, but I feel more of that following your flow that works for you, and then boom, you're on fire, literally. It's like you're on fire and you're breaking down walls and barriers that you weren't before. Wow. All right, fire signs. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. What deck wants to work with you? I don't really have a sassy deck. I feel like a sassy deck wants to work with you. No, that one doesn't feel right. Oh, how did I forget? How did I forget? The cats. The kitty cats. Okay. Any messages or insights from fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Any messages or insights from my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. One more. Okay. Wow. Whew. Ace of Wands and Judgment with Resurrection. If that doesn't say it all of what I was feeling with you, it's like you're like, boom. It's like a bomb has gone off inside of you once you make this decision. Like you've been brought back to life if you just, where's the swan? If instead of living from here, you're living in the full spectrum of you. All of you. And your soul is pushing you in another direction. It is. It's just, that's exactly how this feels. To go another direction or to change how you've been doing something, how you've been going about something, or break the rules. So you can be brought back to life and you could really be living for you. Ooh, fire sign. This is like epic for you. I love it. Yeah, it feels like a bomb of fire. Well, I guess that'd just be a bomb. But anyway. Some of you, this could be a spiritual awakening or an awakening of sorts. Some of you may even be a sexual awakening. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Ooh. Is this a king or a knight? Oh, interesting. Knight of Water in reverse. Ooh. Water signs. Yeah, it feels like you've been ignoring your emotions. Coming in after resurrection like that. Yeah, you've been ignoring your emotions. You've been like, maybe not even to the full extent of ignoring, but like numbing, like tuning out like where you can. It almost feels like in the name of duty and obligation. In the name of doing what you've been attached to as the right thing or the best way to go about things, or even just what's familiar, what's routine, what has been your normal. Getting strong Virgo energy with that. Virgo, Libra, yeah, that cuspy energy. Strong Virgo, Libra with that. It's time. It's time to start listening to your heart again. It's time to start listening to your soul again and come back to freaking life and make some changes here, okay? Let's see what else wants to come from the fire. Anything else from my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. God, my heart. Something unexpected. What is this? Excuse me. I just got like a big like surprise like energy. Overall, we have 5 of Water in reverse. That's getting out of a rut. That's getting out of an emotional slump. Even some of you have been kind of depressed. Sorry, just feeling that. Some of you have been feeling kind of depressed. That's because you've been feeling emotionally unfulfilled and you've been hitting the snooze button on that. Yeah, and then we have underneath that the 6 of Earth. Water signs. It's interesting because 6 of Earth is not necessarily social, but it does imply like a give and take with you and other people to an extent. You've been missing that. You've been missing that, and some of you have been in denial about it, or again, hitting the snooze button is like the better analogy, is what they're telling me. You've been hitting the snooze button on how much you want to actually exchange with another person or other people from that very authentic, heart-based, soul-based place where there's no distortion at play. Yeah, you've known it too. With the 9 of Air, and then we have the High Priestess. Yeah, with the 6 of Fire, you've been afraid. A lot of 6s here. Yeah, the 6 of Earth and the 6 of Fire, and now we got the 6 of Air. So 6s may be very synchronistic for you. You've been afraid of that. Is it rejection you're afraid of? Interesting. It's not quite rejection. I'm actually getting humiliation. So weird. That's an interesting emotion to come up. You've been hitting the snooze button on it because it's almost like you're afraid you'll be perceived as a failure or you'll be humiliated in some way, shape, or form. Some of you, this is work related. Some of you, it's just purely in the context of relationships. Like people would humiliate you if you made yourself vulnerable to them. And if some of you are just holding on to like work because they keep getting duty and obligation, it's time for a big change. Because you know what? Honestly, fire signs, you continue down this path, that emotional snooze button stuff, it's just going to get stronger. Okay? Wow. I kind of want to pull another deck for you guys, because there's a lot going on for you. Yeah, we're going to do another. Just deciding which one. Sorry. I'm like... Goddess? Yeah, we're going to do the Goddess deck here for my fire signs, and then we'll move on. Any advice or additional messages? Uh-oh. Maya with illusion jumped out real quick. So we're going to keep her. See what other ones want to come out. And for the goddess deck, you can work with these goddesses if you want to. You can call on them, work with their energy if you want to. And if you don't, that's fine too. Getting strong Archangel Raphael energy too. For anybody that resonates with that. Okay. Anything else for my fire signs? Any additional messages or insights for my fire signs? Scold. The future in reverse. 8 and 11 are the numbers that are out here. All right, so we'll just take those two, and I'm going to read them to you guys if I can find the book. There's the book. All right. I keep feeling a surprise, though. I don't know what that's about. Hold on. Let's get through this. When you look at the world, everything you see appears to be real. So it's easy to imagine that your current conditions are influenced only by obvious actions and calculated movements. This is an illusion, as everything is intrinsically connected, though not visible to us due to limitations imposed on our perception of our five senses. Multicultural goddess of illusion, Maya, who appears in Hindu, Buddhist, Greco-Roman, and Scandinavian spiritual traditions and myths, calls you to trust that the invisible world is responding to your deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for yourself and others. You're able to see through the curtains of illusions. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are sure-footed. When the goddess Maya chooses to help you... Whoa, is that a hawk? Sorry, this bird just caught my attention. He's just circling. No, it's a crow. It's a crow. Sorry. When the goddess Maya chooses to help you, trust that everything you need arises from your world with ease. If you choose it, honestly. If you choose it. If you choose it. This is all about illusion and programming, right? And moving into that space of faith, which means moving into that deep part of you. And acting from that deep part of yourself. Okay. And then scold. Such an interesting babe. When you become overly fixated on the future, you rob yourself of the capacity to truly co-create a life that is meaningful and rich. It's because doing so gives your power away to something, some destination that has no substance. It's like you're wandering around in a ghostly place that Goddess Skald warns you to avoid. Perhaps you've been taught that better things come later, like getting to the wonders of heaven after difficulties on earth. The truth is that you can get back into alignment, so consider this. Your life now and how you respond to it are the seeds that will grow into your future. I want to read that again. Your life now and how you respond to it are the seeds that will grow into your future. Your alignment task is to remove all the weeds before they choke the life out of your intentions. Holy crap. So aligned with your reading. Bless your life today. Find the lessons in the conditions of your world and be compassionate to yourself and others. We are learning to find strength in our most vulnerable selves. As the world changes rapidly around us, the Goddess Skald is with you all the way and always. You got it, fire signs? Okay. All right, let's move on. Who'll be next? Let's see. Air or earth? Earth, you guys might be going last today. I feel like there's a lot going on with you. All right, we're gonna go with air. Okay. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It kind of feels similar to what I channeled for Gemini. Like, there's a lot of play going on. I can feel play. Some of you are learning not to take life so seriously. That's coming through pretty strong. That's very Gemini. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, I felt a little bit of tension there on Libra. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, okay. Okay, hold on, I gotta stop. Some of you are learning not to take life so serious, but others of you, it's almost the extreme where it's like you're getting kind of stuck in the seriousness, like almost stuck in authoritative energy, or you're dealing with very authoritative energy. I just got some tension with that. Now I feel like the camera's too low. Sorry. My Virgo energy's been really out lately. Yeah, air signs. It's like some of you are getting more in your play, and some of you are almost getting way too stuck in your authority. Like lighten up a little. Like where's the laughter? Where's the joy? Some of you could just be realizing that certain aspects of your life potentially work, because that's where we run into a lot of authoritative stuff, right? Doesn't allow you enough play, and trying to find a way to deal with that. One more. Okay. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Geminis, I think you're going to have the easiest time finding joy and play versus, I want to say, like, yeah, Libra. I feel like Libra, you're kind of struggling with it. I would expect Aqua to struggle with it. Aquas, I think because you guys you're the master of air, literally, you're the oldest air sign. You guys are pretty good about that, because like you guys can be very Saturnian sometimes, but you can also get into like flow. You can get into the water bearer, right? It's like you guys know how to balance that stuff pretty well innately. Interesting. Well, let's see how this comes out for my air signs. Snake, untapped potential. This card coming out is also representing that play. Play is not always play, right? How do I want to say this? How do I want to say this? Play is also light. It's also light. It's the energy of our soul. That's why we associate with the inner child. It's a very pure state of us. When we talk about play, we're just dabbling into that, right? Snake coming out is tapping into what you don't tap into as far as that light goes, that play goes, that sensuality goes. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, energy just shifted after I said that. Just got a lot of yellow energy. What's keeping you from tapping into it? Octopus. You got to break apart the octopus. Octopus, for those of you guys who are new, is attachment. It's kind of like devilish energy or codependence. It's like it strangles out freedom. It strangles out light. Even if it's well-intended, because they also speak about that in the book for this card, that octopus has good intentions, but it's kind of like choking the puppy syndrome, right? Sometimes it can manifest that way. But this just feels like a chokehold. This feels like a wall or a chokehold on your light, on your ability to play, on your ability to just be in your soul energy. Interesting. Heart chakra on the bottom. That octopus, there's a lot going on with that octopus. Some of you, that might be a person or literally like a situation, like a job that's keeping you from like being in your play light energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Foxy Fox, very Geminian. Also a bit of a trickster sometimes. I associate the fox with the King of Swords like energy. This is certainly not the master of air, but Fox is very curious. Fox is very intelligent, very witty, and if Fox needs to switch on a dime for their own survival, they will. This is also a card in this deck, one of the few cards that speaks about it being a partner of some sort, whether that's business or life partner. Sometimes I'm getting ally, getting an ally. Yeah, I'm getting an ally card. Some of you, this is someone in your life who is an ally. Are they really an ally, though? I can feel trickstery energy around this for you. Hold on, let me sit with this for a second. So yeah, the way this is coming out, some of you are an ally to somebody. Ooh, almost knocked the camera over. Others of you, this is someone in your life who is an ally. It's King of Swords energy. It's very discerning. It's a very discerning energy. Might not even talk a lot necessarily, even though they're the King of Swords. I'm just getting very observant and very intelligent is what I'm getting with this. You're being asked to embrace that energy. Like, for example, if you have an ally that's the fox, embrace their qualities. And if they're trying to give you advice, listen to them. Because they can see the octopus and they can see what it's getting in the way of. Okay? Now, if you're the ally to somebody, this is you just showing up for them and you're seeing what is, energy. You're seeing what's affecting them. You're seeing what is choking out their light or what is blocking them. You can see it. Whether they listen to you or not, that's a whole different story. Now, if you don't have another person in the midst of this and you're by yourself, own that fox energy. Be the fox. Be the King of Swords. Take that higher mind and observe yourself from the perspective of yourself. I know how that sounds if you never heard that before, but it's take stock and be aware of what's really going on in your life right now and what's keeping you from your own light, what's keeping you from play, what's keeping you from joy. Okay, let's move on. Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, wow. On the fox, we have whale. Yeah, like I said, if this is somebody you're dealing with, or this is you needing to embody this for yourself, or this is you showing up in this way for another person, one of the three, whale and fox, that's very intelligent, very observant, but also very, very connected to spirit, very in tune with their own intuition. This is someone with a higher mind. Okay, whale literally is a card for the great spirit, great mystery, for the interconnectedness of all things. You can just look at it as a card of spirit if you want to, but it's about the depths of us on a soul level. And then here you have fox, that like whole intellectual aspect of it too. This is definitely someone who can see the surface level of things and the deep multidimensionality of things. Okay, embody this for yourself if you're in the situation alone. And this is you just needing to observe the octopus energy in your life and how to deal with it. Okay, so you can get back to play, you can get back to the light. But if someone in your life is showing up like this, allow them to help you. Allow them to be there for you. Okay? Overall, trickster. I knew there was trickster energy here. Fox kind of confirmed that. Hyena is definitely confirming that. We have the dark and the light side of the moon. Not everything is as it seems. And then we have unicorn underneath that, third eye energy. See through the illusion. See the octopus for what it is or who it is. Okay? Get into that fox whale energy. If someone like this isn't in your life, get in this energy for whoever it is you need to help or for you to help yourself. Okay? All right, let's pull some cards. I don't want to use Midnight Magic for you. Let's do it. I want to clarify that octopus so bad. I can feel there's so much going on with it. Any messages or insights from air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I really want to reiterate this. If this fox whale is someone in your life, they probably don't talk a lot. They probably don't share. Oh, let me put it another way. They probably don't share everything they know and see. I'll put it that way. They probably don't share everything they know and they see. Any messages or insights from air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. One more. Okay. Am I taking these? No. Okay. Interesting. We have Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Don't act on impulse here. This actually came to clarify the fox and the whale. Again, practice, sorry, itchy. Practice that higher mind, right? Come from that divine wisdom, the place of intellect, but also like literally divine intelligence, right? Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's indicating being impulsive, reactionary, or trying to force something is like, no, like it is a no-go. Like that is not working. That is not working, and that ain't gonna work. There needs to be, yeah. This is all about the octopus. Again, we're gonna clarify this octopus because it's about dealing with this energy. You can't be forceful with this energy, especially if it's a person. You can't like be impulsive or reactionary, like juvenile when it comes to dealing with whatever this is. It's like there needs to be a mature approach. Thank you. There needs to be a mature approach to whatever this is. This could be an addiction. This could be a thought pattern. This could be a person. It could be a situation. Like we're going to get more clear on this, but yeah, that's the divine wisdom, is be in divine wisdom about it. Think before you act. Be intentional. See it for what it is. See it for what it is. Don't take it just like on the superficiality of it or what you just what it innately looks like or feels like. There's something deeper going on with this octopus energy. That's what I'm getting at. Any other messages or insights from my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It just feels like I'm actually hearing the word problem. Problem is what I'm hearing. Problem. It feels like a pest. Not taking those. Ooh. Okay, so we got some cards out here for the octopus. Lovers in reverse and 10 of Swords in reverse. Oh. I keep hearing problem and pest. Lovers in reverse with 10 of Swords in reverse. I mean, this feels painful. It's beyond burdensome. Whatever this is, it's affected the soul, or it's affected the soul of a situation or the soul of a relationship is how I'm feeling. The heart of something, the soul of something. Again, a relationship, a person, or a situation. And what I mean by that with situation, like, for example, let's say you start a job because your soul's really in it and you're really excited and it turns toxic as shit. It's affected the soul of that job, right? So that's what I mean by that. That's what I'm getting with this. Don't take it at face value. I'm starting to think this is a person, a relationship, or like a job situation. Like that's what I'm starting to feel like this is. Tell me more about the octopus. Tell me more about the octopus. Ooh. Ooh. Death and the 5 of Swords in reverse. That feels like major ego battle. And a fight, a huge fight. whether this is a relationship or a person or like a job situation, it's taking a lot of effort to get it to change or to get it to let go. Yeah. The tentacles are really sticking out to me, like latched on to something, like this has like really affected somebody on a soul level, or it's really affected a relationship, or it's really affected a job, and it's like getting it to shift is really difficult. Like there's almost a fight being had to let it go. Some of you got to let go of a job, some of you got to let go of a relationship. That's honestly how it's coming through. I want to get more on this. Can you tell me more about the octopus, the nature of the octopus? I mean, 5 of Swords and 10 of Swords with death and the Lovers, like it's intense. Again, they keep saying it's like, you got to see this for what it is. Like, look beyond the surface. Look beyond the surface. Be smart about it. See what's really going on. Tell me more about the octopus. Jesus, well, there's the illusion. 7 of Cups and the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's something about this that is like, I don't want to say sinister. That sounds so dramatic. There's something, oh, I'm sorry, Clyde. Making all kinds of racket. There's something about this octopus, like I said, it feels like a job or a relationship. It could even just be like a person in your life. They are not who you think they are, or it's not what you think it is. It's not the job you signed up for. It's not the relationship you signed up for. It's not the person, like they were not who you thought they were. Like that's how this is coming through really strongly. With 7 of Cups and the Page of Cups in reverse. It's like being like disillusioned. Yeah, see the octopus for what it is. See it for what's really going on. You know what? I'm going to use the Kipper Lenormand combo deck here to see what else we can get. Sorry, I'm spending so much time on this. I'm just like fascinated. Also, when it comes to people, let them show you who they are. Let them show you who they are. Believe who people are when they tell you. Because people tell on themselves. They really do. They really do. So, yeah, pay attention. Tell me about this octopus. Don't get lost in the sauce with this. If it's a person, don't get lost in the sauce. Even if it's a job, don't get lost in the sauce. It feels like it's honestly a distraction from self, is kind of how this feels to me. Tell me more about the octopus. Okay, interesting. So we have House coming out here. When House comes out, it's about our foundation, our sense of stability and security. It could even be about a household or a family situation, but I'm feeling more it's about the stability and security of one's life and one's self. Again, so could totally be job related of how it's affecting you. Ooh, I didn't expect that. We have the Doors with the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Garden with the 8 of Swords. Yeah, whatever this is, it feels like it's coming up as a potential distraction for your path. This is about like 2 of Wands energy. 22, by the way. Oh, look at all the 2s. Look at all the 2s. 20, 20, and 22. Yeah, so air signs. This feels like the octopus is coming up because it's like you got a chance to shift to that. Okay, you got a chance to shift to that. The octopus is potentially getting in your way or holding on to you way too tightly. See it for what it is. I'm also getting too with that Knight of Wands energy. Don't get lost in temptation. Don't get lost in temptation or the promise of fun. See it for what it is. Oh yeah, now we have family room. More twos. Way more about the octopus. Oh, interesting. Now we have family room and thief. More twos, 21 and 24. Lot twos, it could be synchronistic for you. Family room is sometimes a timeline card of, I think it's 24 hours to 2 weeks out, if I'm not mistaken, of this playing out or rearing its head. Thief is a card of loss, or like literally having something being taken from you. This could totally just be within your household or within a family situation or people who are close to you. Okay. Intimate is what I want to say. Overall, we have mature woman. That's like usually a mother energy or empress energy. And then we have concern. Interesting, with occupation. Again, this energy potentially of work or very intimate relationships or what you pour your energy into. Some of you, this octopus energy is like an empress or mother energy. It could be your own mother, could be an empress in your life. Doesn't have to be, or it could even be you being a little worried about, wait, what is really going on here, right? Air signs, whatever this octopus is in your life, whoever this octopus is in your life, clearly it could potentially rob you of reaching your full potential. And you got to see it for what it is and don't get lost in the sauce. Okay? Don't get caught up in passion or promise of a good time. Stay focused on what you want for yourself and see what's truly getting in the way of that, and let people tell them themselves if this is a person or a relationship. Jesus. Okay. Yikes. Move on. Who's last? Earth, right? Yeah, Earth. Sorry, cards are everywhere now. All right, Earth signs. Earthykins. Whew. I did not like that read. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Hey, Earth signs. What's going on for my Earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Some of you guys have felt blocked. That's definitely not all of you. I feel like that's probably more my Cappies than anyone else. I'm seeing like mountain of blocks. Like mountain of blocks. Jesus. Mountain of rocks. Can't talk. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a mountain of rocks. I just feel challenged with that. Again, don't get too worried about it. It's just like a little mini message coming in to confirm for whoever's been feeling that way. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm getting a big push through, not like forceful, but like I'm like it's very feminine actually. It's like I'm just gonna continue my path. I'm just gonna continue doing this. I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna continue. I'm not gonna get distracted by this. I'm not gonna get pulled into that shit. I'm just gonna stay my course. Like almost like talking yourself into staying focused. That's what I'm getting for a lot of my earth signs here. Oh, look at you, elephant, strong Aries energy here. You could have Aries in your chart, but we have that collectively. The elephant coming out here like this. Yeah, you've made some recent strides as far as personal challenges or obstacles. You could work with Ganesh too, potentially. But that mountain of rocks or hill of rocks that I was seeing, a lot of you could potentially just be over that now. But it's about how you are maintaining your focus is really how it's coming through. So maintain your focus. Just keep maintaining your focus. Ooh, earth signs. Dragonfly and butterfly. Both of these could be synchronistic for you. This is a huge shift in your perception and what it is that you're seeing in your reality, which is part of also why you've been able to get through some hard times recently, or some personal challenges, personal challenges or personal blocks. Yeah, because you've allowed yourself to be honest with what it is that's actually going on in your reality, and it's created this refreshed energy for yourself. And yeah, it feels good. I feel like it's almost you're not getting stuck in the muck as much anymore. You feel very light. You're starting to feel very light. Nice. Very nice. Woo! Jeez, cards flying everywhere. All right. See what else wants to come out from my earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Some of you may have had to be self-focused, or even you might consider yourself being selfish. I feel like we got weird associations with both of those words in order to do this. And some people in your reality may be reacting very strongly to that. Just putting that out there. It's funny because air sign had this too. Let people tell on themselves. Let people show you who they really are and how they really care about you or don't care about you. Because I feel that here. It's like you've reached a personal liberation, or for those of you guys who haven't yet, you're about to. Just stay the course and stay focused, okay? Stay the course and stay focused. But this is definitely a personal liberation, almost in like your code of ethics, in how you live your life, in your own rules, but doing it in a way where you are living for yourself. But I can feel it. I can feel people reacting to it. And it might not always be pretty. And it's probably going to have people fall out of your reality. Yep. Wow. Octopus is just showing up everywhere today. On Dragonfly, octopus. You're seeing the octopuses in your life. The octopi. You're seeing the octopi in your life and just seeing it for what it is. And just deciding, you're not going to keep me stuck. You're not going to keep me in the muck. I'm not going to let myself be in the muck. I'm going to be free. Some of you, this is also just in the context of negative thinking. Negative thinking, critical energies, people in your life who have critical tongues, that just came out really strongly. Yeah, people in your life who have critical tongues or have a lot to say, but not a lot to show for it. That's interesting how that came out. But not a lot to show for it. I don't know what that's implying, but yeah. Yeah. And in turn, some of you are also just learning to ignore it completely. And then by doing so, you're allowing yourself to stay focused on the lightness of your reality. Very nice. Very nice, earth signs. I love this for you. Overall, we do have the camel, which is kind of interesting. Ooh. And then we have a horse. Why do I feel anxiety with this? Some of you have had some anxiety about earthly matters. This could be money, getting strong money. I'm getting strong money. Some of you it's health, but mostly I'm getting money, financial, physical plane, maintaining your everyday life, that sort of. I'm getting like Cappy Virgo. I guess there's Taurus in there too. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what I'm getting with camel and horse. I'm just getting a lot of anxiety around it. It'll catch up. I want to say don't get too worried about this. Things will fall into place in a new normal. Thank you. Things will fall into place in a new normal as you keep embracing this and the lightness of your life here. Because you've made some serious breakthroughs is what it looks like in your personal life. Yeah, and just not being stuck in the muck. And especially not letting people drag you down into it. Stop worrying. I just keep wanting to say that. It's okay, don't worry. I say, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I mean, I can't tell you not to worry. It's like, you know what's going on in your life, like in a very detailed way more than I do. A lot of people watch me. I really want to say let things just align and catch up in a new normal is what I want to say. Let's go ahead and pull cards for you. Ooh, I kind of want to use the power of elements with you. Ooh, hold on. There's a few decks I want to come out for you. That one. Ooh, this one. This one. Don't mind me. Yeah, and this one. Okay, we're going to do spell casting. None of the tarot decks wanted to work with you today. Okay. We're using spell casting. Sorry, I don't know if I said that. I'm just very in it right now. Any messages or insights from my earth signs pertaining to this spread? I keep getting pulled to the people around you. They might be pulling on you a lot, earth signs, and you might be aware of that. I feel like you're getting pulled on a lot. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Trust. Ooh, there's a lot going on there. You can trust yourself. You can trust spirit. I feel like Earth signs, you're also going through some lessons with this dragonfly octopus energy in who you can and can't trust. But it always comes back to self, right? It always comes back to trusting your own discernment of who you can give your energy to and who you can't. Shouldn't. Maybe wouldn't want to. Better way to say that. Okay. Could definitely feel some working through trust issues there. Anything else for my Earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Whoa, taking these? No. Okay. Taking that one. Truth. Trust and truth. You don't even need me to explain why this is here because, again, you're seeing your reality deeper in its own truth of what's really going on around you, where the muckiness comes from, how to rise above the muckiness, vibrate above it so it can't even affect you, and the people who might pull on you to try to pull you back into that muckiness, right? Very interesting. All right, let's get one more for my Earth signs. All the T's. Oh, that's it. Overall well-being. Hell to the yeah. I didn't even know this card was a card in this deck. I swear that happens, and I'm like, did I jump a timeline? Again, you're looking out for you because you're trying to be in this energy. Very, very light, beauty, grace, and living for you. Again, it's not about shutting people out completely. And I think this is part of the growing pains with this, of prioritizing you, is also recognizing like, it's not about shutting everyone out. It's about having just certain people in that you are discerning you can exchange energy with, right? And then a couple other decks wanted to come out for you. I might not use all of these. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use all of these. Okay. Any other messages or insights from my Earth signs pertaining to this spread? Compassion. You're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend. Wow. Okay. Be a loving comforter who always has your back. Oh, I see, to yourself. I was like, holy crap. Again, prioritizing yourself, and you already are doing that very clearly, but I do want to say don't lose compassion for other people. It doesn't mean you got to let them in, right? But it's like, yes, take care of you and prioritize you, but don't be closed off to everybody, right? Am I taking these? No. Okay. Ooh, whoa. Okay. Reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. No more octopus. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what don't. It's time for some life cleanup. So kind of repetitive message. You already know why that's there. You don't need me to explain it. Let me see if any other ones want to come out, and then we'll wrap this up. Anything else for my Earth signs? Protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. Again, protection is not resistance. This has been coming up so much in the collective recently. Protection is not resistance. It's about your focus. Dragonfly. It's about your perception, your focus, where your intention is. If you start hitting that radar of, ooh, gross, Oop, just shift it elsewhere. Shift it inside. Shift it elsewhere. Just not on the thing that feels gross. Okay? Okay. Air signs. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Anyone else who hung out to the end, thank you for hanging out to the end. And I hope you all enjoyed this reading. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.